the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. And right away, they're going to step. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Cannon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Cannon, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. There's Wilson to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Cleveland.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he's into the clear. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Trenton Cannon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Broncos take the over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner. 8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
He's brought down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Cannon. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Trenton Cannon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Broncos nothing. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this time, Allen will throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Allen will try again on 2nd down. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 27.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Wilson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Sheds off the tackle. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 14.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of 1.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Back to Cannon again on first down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down. It's Cannon, and he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call it?
The receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. No. And you went that far back. No bueno.
But I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. White now to return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Cannon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. You have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
31-yard attempt.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
The quarterback.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kyle Van Noy able to get him for a loss of about 3. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line.
Now RdePlr1's. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
On the ground with a tight end. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with RdePlr1's. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Clyde RdePlr1's, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 31, Wilson. This to Jarwin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Jarwin.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
The Browns first down.
They run the counter. It's Cannon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
How you like me now?
And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 16.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
They're not even
and this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Julian Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
Play action. Now Wilson going deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins. 85 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
The Browns will line up for the 2.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
It's okay.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And sacked. A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a 3rd and very long.
3rd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going deep for Hopkins, and that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. A nice little juke. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, They've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 17-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Yard to go.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Wilson.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
1st down, Browns.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They go again with Cannon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point. And they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Check. Hold up. 58, right over there.
Throwing is Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Man open left side is Brown. And they work this out past the 25. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On play action, Allen. Reception here by Ruggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Oh, wait, hold everything. And timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. On play action, Allen. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
66.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.